Entertaining shenanigans, entertaining shenanigans, entertaining shenanigans, Nerds in a Half Shell, episode 3. Hey, hello, it's episode 3, and what's more important is it's almost Valentine's Day.
It sure is.
Ben and I decided we're gonna stay in tonight, because we forgot to get dates again.
Well, I didn't forget. They just don't like me. It's hard to find women.
Oh, not with that attitude.
Oh, attitude.
But we're not out on dates with beautiful women or mildly attractive. We are here talking about nerdery with our friends, the internet.
Hi, internet!
Hello, internet. You won't let us down or not return our calls, Rachel. So before we begin, well, I guess we have begun.
Yes, we did begin.
Now, a poem I've written in honor of Valentine's Day. It's called Being Single. Ever been alone in bed, looking at that empty space? It gets lonely. But then I spread out, fart, and go to sleep. Happiness.
You know, it's almost a haiku in like its flow. Next holiday, you should do a haiku.
Okay, St. Patty's Day, I'll try to come up with something.
Oh god, that would be great.
But what would the leprechauns do?
Whatever they want.
Well, that'll be for sweeps.
There we go.
Okay, that was Being Single, a poem. Now we're going to go on to this week's edition of Fictional Choice.
Fictional choice, yes.
Where Ben this week is going to present me with a fictional choice, and I'm going to give my answer. By the way, last week's really good.
Yeah,
I don't mean my answer. That almost came out, or Ben's answer. That almost came out really arrogantly. Yeah. Some of your responses were really funny. My favorite one was someone actually put real people.
Yeah.
Like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
When you give your answers, please give us your explanations of why you would put them on your team or whatever the situation is. That was, I'm like, well, why these guys? And he even started off very confident, like, well, you guys use fake people.
I used real people.
Yes, sir.
But what are their superpowers?
Democracy. Starting a franchise called America.
Okay, so the fictional choice question for this week is, if you had to pick 4 superpowers, but they can't be your major superpowers like flying, super speed, super strength, all the ones pretty much that DC turned into staples. Can't pick those.
Not my papers are together staples.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just thought.
Thesaurus man.
Because that would have confused me. So I went with this.
Oh, and also why.
Yes, I'll explain.
Why you're using them as a suite of powers.
Oh, trust me, I'll explain. I, in a weird way, am going to turn myself into a god. Before this even starts. Just so you know. The first thing I picked was I want to be a master of time. I want to be able to stop time, reverse time, go forward in time, for the sake of, that way if like a murder takes place, I can go watch the murder and then solve the murder when the murder is a thing.
Right, because why use your powers to just, I don't know, stop the murder?
Well, that's what I would do.
Go back in time and stop the murder.
I would like stop, like if you were walking into the building.
Because the way you said it, oh, I'm going to go back in time. Oh, it was the Riddler the whole time. I watched him murder. I took pictures too on my phone.
That's what I did. I would have to take pictures. That way I know I can like, look, I'm not fucking screwed around. See, he does it. So for example, like you're walking into a building, this is what I do. Go ahead. Okay, I'm walking into a building. Oh, it's bad. Never mind. So that would be my first one. Second, I've taken from the character from X-Men named Forge. I want to be able to make any kind of machinery that I want. That way I can take technologies that I invent now and perhaps advance the human race a couple years. That way also with my time powers, and this is why I added to the time powers, I can have a cool robot sidekick that actually stop the murderer.
That would be good.
Exactly.
And you can also be a billionaire because you could go back in time.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I do would be getting like next week's lottery numbers.
Right?
Sorry.
Lottery numbers, or just invest in all the companies that are big now and, you know, like the day they started.
Then I become Batman and I don't worry about any of this.
Right. Okay,
Quiet,
so that's
Alfred.
number 3. Oh, I'm Alfred.
My third one is healing factor.
Yeah, that's important.
That way I don't get... Well, if someone does rip off my arm to make me use my time powers for evil, I know it'll grow back. That now, I won't age for a while.
So you have kind of the Logan thing going.
Exactly. I don't know if I want to live forever.
Logan's Wolverine. In case you don't know.
Impressive. That was impressive. So you're learning. You're learning. I'm proud of you. And the third one, I'm going to give you a power, but I'm going to add something to it. I want to be able to make multiple copies of myself. So, like, Shay's can go out of my body. But the thing I'm going to add is, like, one of my copies can go do something like read a book on, say, technology. When he re-enters my body, I gain the knowledge that he gained from reading the book.
Okay.
So that way I'm actually learning and growing. That way, as I'm growing and learning as a human being and able to do a bunch of different jobs as myself, I can also learn from the experience and hopefully help mankind in a better way.
And do kind of a multiple position thing where you send somebody off to go, oh, go spy on these guys, and you go spy on these guys, and I'm going to sit here and read this technical book.
Exactly. And
are you done yet? Jesus.
Because that's how catty I would be with
Me? Go.
Jesus, that guy's been a problem since day one.
You're okay, but you.
But then eventually, once I get to a point where I've mastered so much technology, when I'd probably start back to the beginning of time, and we can just advance from there.
So you just start everything over and mold the world in your own image.
Yep.
So it would be Bob.
Yes, exactly. Number 5 is alive. Yeah, Short Circuit. If you've never seen that movie, you really should. But those are
People haven't seen that?
Exactly.
That's like one of the greatest movies ever, forever.
I also recommend Short Circuit too.
Yes, that was a sequel that did not disappoint.
No, it was really good.
Yeah.
Michael McKean. Game time! And Ben has picked a very appropriate game for Valentine's Day. Ben?
We've got Gloom. Which may not be perfect, but hey, if you're single and you're doing the whole anti-Valentine's Day, even better.
By the way, if you are single on Valentine's Day and you're feeling bad, screw that noise.
Yeah.
Like, you don't,
Well, it's just an arbitrary date pretty much made up by...
Well, yes, but, and I'm not just
companies.
saying this because I'm single. I have been in a relationship on Valentine's Day.
A lot more work.
It is. Sure, there are some rewards. Rewards I can't talk about on camera.
Yes.
Ice cream.
Yes, ice cream.
And grilled cheese sandwiches, but that's an inside joke that Ben knows about.
But what Gloom, what Gloom is it is a game where you take a family of 5 members and you make them have the worst day ever. You tell a little story about each of them every turn. You place a card down and make your character have a bad day. You tell them why. And you explain why Violet had... Oh, I don't like those shit. That wasn't a good example.
Here, give me a card. I'll do a story randomly right now.
There we go.
Okay, Violet, you said?
Yes, Violet. Let's go Violet.
Violet had taken her family to the beach. She laid out a picnic. They all enjoyed their egg salad sandwiches that were just right. It was the perfect day. So she decided to take off her shoes and go run on the shore. Tra-la-la-la-la. Ben, could you do a little Violet running on the shore for me?
Tra-la-la-la.
Yeah, just like that.
Works good in my hot pink robe.
What a lady! But then all of a sudden, something had grabbed her feet and pulled her in, and she felt the warm, slippery slap of something larger than herself. She was mauled by a manatee. And then you would put the card down on your character, and you would get negative points, which it's like golf.
Yeah, the more negative you are, the better, because you want your people to be god awfully miserable.
Yeah, and you also want the other team, like if Ben and I are playing, I want his family to have a really good day. So you can actually add, but you have to add to the story. Like I just said, I was at the beach. Ben can't play a card on mine and say, okay, so you're in outer space.
Unless there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, unless you could, yeah. Somehow Ben and I always end up in England.
Yes.
It's really weird.
Yeah, it's weird. The queen shows up. Sometimes it's the band, sometimes it's the
queen.
person.
But there's a circus family, there's a family of scientists. It's a fun game.
Yes, it's wonderful. Pick it up. Whoa. There's also a great tabletop on it where they go through and just play the heck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where we always go for our rules for games that are on tabletop.
Yeah, with Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton is the host of that show, Tabletop.
Yes. Beautiful show. Much inspired.
Now.
Very well.
But,
Alright.
Until next time, go Team Venture!
Go Team Venture!
Do-do-do.
Do. Bye!
Turning off the camera, turning off the camera.